Clearly somebody hasn't been keeping up to date with the flat earth debate. And that has to be Mr. Critical Think. The reason I say that is because he clearly doesn't understand perspective and hides perspective. He has recently commented on a video that I did about Wolfie, where the horizon line went higher than the original horizon line as he gained altitude with his drone. Now, Critical Thinker has a way with words where he never actually provides any evidence to prove you wrong. All he has is that you are stupid, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a moron, blah, blah, blah. No explanation whatsoever. And then he'll add words into your mouth, and then he'll come up with some questions that you need to answer that make no sense at all. So let's have a look at the question that he has presented on my video. His question reads, why do you present evidence in support of the globe? On a flat earth, it is impossible for the sun to set. So this is what this video is about. About him saying that it's impossible for a sun to set on a flat earth. The sun reappears by going higher, clear evidence for the globe, and debunks flat earth, especially when you realize the sun should be 15 degrees elevation in the sky and 40 odd degrees further north, according to the flat earth. I've got something coming up that'll prove you wrong. Anyway, let's have a look at all of these comments. So this goes in a different order. So the first comment would be my one here. And I said, you mean the same way a cyclist sets when he travels across a bridge? And this is referring to Phuket Word, where he filmed a cyclist cycling across a bridge, and he eventually disappeared, kind of bottom up. And his head was the last thing to go, really. And so that is a proof that something can disappear on a flat surface, much like a sun disappearing. So he says, no, the cyclist is not 3,000 miles high. So that is ridiculous. I don't know where he gets these numbers from. I know he thinks that on a flat earth the sun must be 3,000 miles high, but why does the cyclist have to be 3,000 miles high? It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. I said height makes no difference. It's just the scaling. What I mean by this is scale that cyclist. Now, whatever you scale that cyclist by, the distance that the cyclist goes over has to scale equally. And same with the observer's height, the camera height or the observer's height. His eye level also needs to scale equally to what you did with the cyclist. That's what I'm talking about. And then he goes on to talking about the path of the sun, which is a different conversation. Why are you presenting globe evidence? You still don't answer. I'm not presenting globe evidence. And then I said, nobody knows the exact path of the sun. What do you want about? Nobody ever claims to know the exact path. And then why are you ignoring my scaling part? Imagine the cyclist's head is the sun. So in other words, enlarge the cyclist to the point where his head is as high as the sun. Does it disappear on a flat bridge? In other words, the bridge would have to scale equally. And I guess it does. My point is, it's the exact same. You get the exact same result. As long as you scale everything equally, you'll get the exact same result. Doesn't make a difference. As for the path of the sun, no flat earther ever claims that I've seen to know the exact path of the sun. Sure, there's a map or a so-called model, which is, I'm not claiming it is an actual model. I don't know what the actual flat earth looks like. I'm not claiming that that's what it looks like. I'm not claiming that that's the exact path of the sun. I don't know the exact path of the sun. Those guys don't know the exact path of the sun. It's all just a guess. It's all an approximation. It's whatever. It's close enough. And here we go. You are just plain wrong, as always. No reason why I'm wrong. There's a flat earth app that shows the flat earth sun path. Yeah, okay, well, it can't be. I don't know how you think that this can be 100% correct, right? Are you calling flat earthers liars now? No, did I say I was calling them liars? No. Again, the cyclist's head is not 3,000 miles high. No shit, he's not 3,000 miles high. The sun is not cycling across a bridge. No shit, the sun is not on a bicycle, you moron. Give up on the cyclist. You have made yourself, needs a space there, look like an idiot before with the cyclist. Have no idea what you're talking about. There's so much wrong with that stupid analogy. See, he just gives you a stupid analogy. You're playing wrong, but no reason why. All these stupid things about the cyclist being 3,000 miles high. He's got nothing to back himself up. I suggest you quit now. Oh, I must just quit because you say so. Why are you showing evidence of the globe? So he's trying to pass all of this on to this question. He's hoping I'll answer this so that he'll move on from this, because he's stuck on this. He has no answer. And like I say, that app is an estimate. It could never be exactly correct. The cyclist's head did disappear. Scale that up and you have something above you setting on the horizon. You asked how something can set on a flat plane. There it is. Simple. You just can't comprehend it. And then I wonder, if I raised my altitude, would I see the cyclist again? And would I see him disappear again? And I think I would, because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Phuket Word did. Was he raised his altitude, saw the cyclist again. Here we go. Your silly cyclist is not a good analogy. Yeah, you've told me that already. You haven't said why, but apparently I already explained. So you say the app isn't, so now he's moving on, right? That's how it is solved. Are you calling other flat earthers liars? You've already asked the question. No, I'm not. How good an approximation is it? 10, 20, or 30%? Well, can you give me 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100? Do I have to choose 10, 20, or 30? Can you answer that, or will you just dodge again? Well, I can't answer it if you only give me up to 30%. And if you give me up to 100, I'm still not going to answer it, because I think it's a stupid question. Why is the cyclist's head 1 mile to the right of the bridge? Well, his head isn't 1 mile to the bridge. I don't know what you're on about. I actually do know what he's on about, but yet the cyclist still appears to be on the bridge. You didn't explain why. I said you didn't explain why. You just claimed it is. How about you explain why it's a bad analogy? Where did you get 1 mile from? Anybody want to guess where you got one mile from? You plucked it out of the air. I think he plucked it out of his ass, actually. But to scale it, let's say the cyclist is 100 meters away. Well, that's not scaling it, because pretty much the cyclist was 100 meters away anyway in the video. Therefore, he should be 100 meters to the right, when he wasn't 100 meters to the right of the bridge instead of on the bridge. If you want to keep the cyclist analogy, then this is where he must go. So clearly you cannot scale at all. If it sounds stupid, good, because that's how stupid your flat earth is, blah, blah, blah. Then he gives me this. Actually, let's hide that one, because we'll come back to that. Okay, I scaled it up, just like you asked. The cyclist does not represent the sun. Sweet, let's have a look at what he gave us. I'm expecting the distance to be... if he scaled the cyclist's head up to where the sun would be, I'd imagine the distance to be massive, huge. And then the observer's height would obviously have to change slightly, so the observer's height would be a little bit bigger as well. That's what I'm expecting. I hope that's what he gave me. Let's have a look. For heliocentric suicide, you asked me to scale it up. I did, and look what you get. Well, is this what you call scaling? There's still 100 meters here. We've still got the cyclist. He hasn't gone further. And all you've done is add a sun. And you've added some apparent angles. Right? That probably aren't even correct. And even if they are correct, where is your perspective? Why are you hijacking perspective? Because you're removing perspective from this. This is the trick, boys and girls. The trick is that they hide perspective. They remove perspective from all of their diagrams, from all of their images. They remove it. So that way, it looks like they are correct. This is wrong. The cyclist would have taken up a much larger portion of the field of view when he is here compared to when he gets here. Looking at this diagram, it looks like the cyclist takes up more of the field of view as he gets further away, because over here he's taking up a really small amount. So does that mean that the cyclist, as he gets further along, is getting bigger in your drawing? And how do you expect the sun to set over 100 meters? I asked you to scale this. You clearly cannot scale for shit. So, be careful of this trick. This is a trick, and this is just a terrible drawing. Scaling this is not scaled at all. All he's done is add a sun, really. Some pathetic angles. Really, you're embarrassing the wolf pack because he's apparently part of a wolf pack. I mean, this is Wolfie's pack, really. This is what Wolfie's pack is like. So let's look at the rest of the questions, because now he's trying to move on from this because he can't get it right. Add to this, the cyclist needs to be 100 meters to the right. Well, you didn't scale it, so that's wrong. Why are you showing globe evidence? Again, I'm not. Are you calling other flat earthers liars? No, I'm not. About the position of the sun? No, I'm not. How good an approximation is the Flat Earth app? I don't know. I have no idea. You didn't give me all the way to 100%, so I don't know. Where's the cyclist if he's not on the bridge? Taking a shit? At home? He's not on the bridge. Not on the bridge. Off the bridge? So, be careful of this trick. Be careful of this. This is a crap drawing. Crap drawing. You can't scale. Just thought I'd point this out because this is what they do all the time. And if you watch the Nathan Oakley show, you'll understand why they remove this, because they need to remove perspective. They need to remove perspective for their model to work. So that's what this video is about, showing you how they remove perspective. And this is a perfect example of how I asked him to scale it, and this is what he gives me. So that's all for tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.